I'd like to thank today's sponsor, CB Days. Without their help, we wouldn't have brought you this content, and well, your life would be a lot sadder without it. But you know what's not sad? Using CB Days OG Muscle Gel. It alleviates that pain and discomfort that you get with being an OG and allows you to actually snowboard better by relieving that pain. Don't believe me? Well, that's your choice. All natural CB Days OG Muscle Gel. CB Days. Yes, I use it. Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and this is Top 5s, the only weekly Top 5 show in snowboarding that you care to watch ever. The other ones you don't care about like you do this one. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the top 5 party boards for 2023-2024. That's right, those boards that you kind of go carving on, you kind of ride some slush, maybe you go in the park, but they're completely directional shapes. You just sort of have fun. You know, you're going to go crank some beers with the boys in the parking lot afterwards. It's just a board for getting weird, if you will. So let's dive right into this list. Number 5, the K2 Party Platter. It's got party in the name, so it's a party on a platter. It's a volume shifted twin-ish board. This is going to give you load and snap from the camber on this board is going to give you load and pop, and that width is going to give you stability. It's a board that you can throw around, butter till your heart's content. It's not overly stiff. Kind of go do a little bit of everything. Kind of okay in POW, kind of okay in slush, kind of okay on a groomer, and kind of okay in the park. It's just one of those boards for going out and getting a little weird. Number 4, the Battalion Party Wave. Once again, it's also got party in its name. So that should tell you what you're going to do with it. And you're riding the white wave, so you're going to party on the white wave with the party wave. What you get with this board is a fully directional shape. You got that 3BT from Battalion, which gives it a scoop in the nose and the tail. That's going to allow it to transition a little differently from toe to heel. You might lose a little bit of edge bite on very firm conditions, but you're not going to be riding this in firm conditions. The good thing is with the flex of this board, the nose is super buttery. Yeah, the tail's a little shorter, so it's more high-speed wheelies, but you can still slide a rail if you absolutely have to, or, you know, spray a skier. Number 3, the Solomon Dance Hall. Not dance hall, dance hall, like you're pulling it. Anyways, if you want to go dance hall dance with this thing, you can. And the beautiful thing about this board is the flex on it, and it has possibly the best side cut that Solomon has done in the last 5 years. Just a good old-fashioned radial side cut. So you can actually hammer a nice turn. It's a very, very playful deck. And that's what I love about it. You can get up on the nose, spin around, butter on it. The tail, even while it's shorter, you can still pop sideways, land on it, press into it. When you're hitting rails, it locks in. You can go send a jump if you absolutely need to, and when you want to carve, you can. It's also really fun for spraying skiers, so there's nothing better than spraying skiers with a brand that makes skis. Trust me, you will feel so much better when you do that. Number 2, the Rome Stalefish. They revamped it this year, and it really differentiates itself from the Service Dog, where previously they shared the same shape and they just had different flex patterns. This board was completely overhauled, and it's a full-blown party board cruiser deck. It's got snap and pop where you want it. You can rail a turn when you need to. It's buttery in the tips. It does well in the park. It's just a good, fun-shaped, all-around party board for just blasting hips, spraying skiers, ollieing slow signs, and having fun with the boys. Honorable mentions, all great options, but just barely didn't crack the top 5 of this list. The Ride War Pig, it's been on this list a lot. We're just bumping it down to an honorable mention. Can't go wrong with a War Pig. The Yes Hybrid. Now some people are like, why not the Worka? Because the Worka wishes it was as fun as this board. Seriously, this board is so much better than the Worka. So much better. The Spring Break Slush Slasher. Yeah, they made it narrower. They put camber in it. Carves different. It's not as buttery as the old version, but people still love it, so I'm going to put it on this list. Anyways, these were all great options, but just barely didn't crack the top 5 of this list. And the number 1 party board for 2023-2024 is the Stranda Baru. Now, a lot of you are going, what the hell is a Stranda? Don't worry about it. Solid company. This board is like your carving freestyle board that really just lets you get solid pop, buttery when you need to, but you can set it on edge and just do all sorts of weird carve variations. And that's what I absolutely loved about this board. It was one of those ones that it wasn't like all the others where you're like, oh, I've ridden stuff that's very similar. It just stood out just enough. If anything, it's probably closer to the number 2 on this list than the 3, 4, and 5 slot or the honorable mentions. But this is a board that not everyone's gonna have. And if you're gonna be party boarding, why not be the life of the party by having something completely unique? This has been my top 5 party boards of 2023-2024. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this list. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.